Welcome again to Fifth Round Stoppage. I'm your host, Aaron JYD Pearson, and this is my co-host.
I'm Salah, his father and his manager.
Now, you guys know the rules of Fifth Round Stoppage, and if you don't, I'll explain them now. Here on Fifth Round Stoppage, I get 2.5 minutes to plead my case about a boxing topic, and my father, he gets 2.5 minutes to plead his case. And you guys, in the comments, you get to let us know whose side you're on and who do you think won. With that being said, today's topic is...
Should we allow these older retired fighters come back and fight each other or influencers?
Well, if you were here for the first episode, you know I started off the first round. So I'll go ahead and let my dad, he can start this one off. Your timer starts right now.
With the recent Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight that took place, to me, I believe that Mike Tyson had absolutely no chance of winning the fight. I believe also you have people who believe, oh, it was fake, this, that, and the other, and all that. It wasn't nothing fake. Mike Tyson can't move. You know what I mean? They watched him fight on recorded stuff where he was punching. Nobody was punching back. I can punch a bag. I can punch a bag. You know what I mean? The bag ain't punching back. You know what I mean? Like I said, people don't understand distance. He's not. His legs is not the same. None of this stuff is the same anymore. So to let these older guys come back and fight, and we believe that he's the old Mike Tyson, it's nothing. He's not the old Mike Tyson. We lived off of, them pushing out these snippets of his highlights of his training and believing he could still do it. I believe Jake Paul carried him. He didn't want to knock him out. That's my opinion, because it would even look worse on him. And I got an old 60-year-old man. But then you have these people now talking about bringing back some of these older guys. Mike Tyson want to fight Holyfield. No disrespect, but who wants to see that? Who really wants to see that? Let these guys. I mean, I grant it. You want to make some money, that's fine. But we can't keep making excuses about why a guy lost, or trying to say that this is a fraudulent fake, this, that, and the other. Mike Tyson had no opportunity to win the fight, and I do not want to see all these old guys. I don't mind seeing the old NBA players come into the All-Star game and play an old NBA, All-Star game, that's fine. But to be in the ring, these old guys, man, one of these old guys gonna have a heart attack and die, man. These guys is old. Like, boxing old is a different kind of old. It's a lot of mileage on you when you start getting punched on and beat on. And you know what I mean? Your mechanics ain't the same, stuff like that. It don't take much. But when these guys can die training. We didn't even think about that. When these guys can die just training. So I'm just saying, like, this stuff gotta stop. I mean, it gotta stop. And stop thinking that these old men that's older, retired, can come back, and y'all thinking because they was the old person, especially Mike Tyson. And that's one of my guys. I love him to death, man. Like I said, he's a legend. And I have nothing against him, but he had no chance of beating Jake Paul, whether you want to believe that fight was fake or not, whatever you scripted, whatever you want to say, he had zero chance of beating Jake Paul. Mechanics ain't the same. Time ain't the same. Like I said earlier, none of that stuff is the same. None of it. And to believe that you think or feel that you just lived off of old stuff, stop it.
Time. Okay. Well, you guys have heard my dad's input on it. Now it's time for mine. Now, I do believe that we should allow it somewhat. When I first started doing social media, my whole thing was I didn't want to do it. I don't want to do social media. I'm not no social media guy. People gonna know my name from the work that I put in. And while I've been blessed to work with multiple world-class fighters, world champions, top contenders, etc., I will say this. They know my name, but social media has put my name on an entirely different platform. While, yes, I do have a pretty okay, humble social media following, 32,000, it has also opened up the doors and opportunities for so many bigger things. Point being is this: it brings money and eyes to the sport. And we cannot act as if the money is not a big mover for every single fighter in the world. Mike Tyson got in that ring because I don't count nobody else's pockets, but I will say it was reported that he made, at bare minimum, $20 million. He can say whatever you want. He's also old. But for $20 million, I bet you he gonna get his old ass in that ring and fight whoever. That's my point. The money is going to move you, and it is. So you still got to understand that everybody has a family to feed, our livelihoods matter, and sometimes, yeah, you know, a fighter, that's all he knows is to fight. The gloves were bigger than normal. I believe they were like 14 ounces or so. So they were sparring gloves essentially, even though usually it's like 16 ounces, but essentially a little smaller than sparring gloves. You know, it was less of a minute. It was 2-minute rounds. So they were taking some form of health and safety precautions while this fight was going on. Do I think it was rigged? No. Do I think it was fake? No. Do I think that Mike Tyson had a chance? He's Mike Tyson. So, of course, in that first round, if he would have landed something, absolutely, because he could still punch. I'm quite sure of it. But, you know, that doesn't mean that safety precautions weren't taken. I think that is a very great thing for boxing because times are changing and wise men know how to change with the times.
Damn. Couldn't get it all out there, huh, kid?
Who do you guys think won this debate? Who do you agree with? Let us know in the comments down below. This has been your host, Aaron JYD Peterson, and my co-host,
Salah, his father and his manager.
And we will see you guys on the next episode of 5th Round Stoppage. Peace.